Jujutsu Kaisen Execution is now in UK cinemas. This is a recap of Season 2 and the first 2 episodes of Season 3 titled The Culling Game. I'm here to drop my thoughts. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for checking out this video where I'm going to give you my brief spoiler-free thoughts on Jujutsu Kaisen Execution. Now, for bit of context, I have recently, within the last 2 weeks, caught up on Season 1, 0 and Season 2 before preparation of Execution. I saw this on cinema listings and I love supporting anime on the big screen, so I thought immediately I want to check this out. So I'm going to say this: if you are brand new to this series, you've never seen a single episode, this entry is going to confuse the living hell out of you, so I absolutely don't recommend it. If you've only seen Season 1 and say you've also seen 0, this isn't going to be for you, because the way that they recap Season 2, they do a lot of it through the Song of Specials, which of course is the intro of Season 2. It's a really cool montage, but it takes about 5 or 6, if not more, episodes and condenses it into like a 5-minute song. And also, in terms of Season 2 recap, there is a lot of gaps that is missing, that is crammed right into this very tight runtime to really not give you even so much, I would say, the bare bones of Season 2. So please don't do yourself a disservice and actually watch the full Season 2, because at least then the recap, you're like, okay, well, I know this bit. It's, you know, kind of condensed in, but you can kind of accept it for what it is. But I think you're all here to know how are the first 2 episodes of Season 3, The Culling Game. So they're all right. Yeah, I think the first episode was better than the second episode. There is a big fight. There's some spectacle. They also play with the animation in terms of introducing some new layers of technology in the animation itself, some bright, vibrant colors, which reminded me a little bit of Cyberpunk and Chainsaw Man. But there's also an added element where you could tell the animation has improved and a little bit more crisp when it needed to be. Now, not the entire thing, because it is pretty much mostly the same animation as we've seen before, but there's nothing wrong with that. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So yeah, the first 2 episodes is good. The cliffhanger of the end of episode 2, I wouldn't exactly say for me personally it was one where I was like, wow, this is truly incredible. But there is a big flaw in this first 2 episodes, which I think on streaming is easy and fixable. I'm going to tell you what that is. So we learn what the Culling Game is and what it's going to entail and all the rules. However, on the big screen, how this was presented was you'd have like your first slide to be like, okay, the Culling Game, Rule 1, Rule 2, Rule 3, Rule 4. So this is like, or Rule 3 or 4, I don't know. It was on the first page. So as you start reading that, the next screen flashed on. It was like, Rule 5, this, and it did that, and it did that, flashing, skipping for about 4 or 5 different slides, which had all the rules. You couldn't even read a single one. Now, if you have read the manga, you're of course going to know the spoilers. But if you haven't, like myself, I couldn't read it. So therefore, I couldn't then start getting invested. Be like, okay, the Culling Game, right? You know, that sounds great. That sounds interesting. Oh, I like this rule, that one. I'm a little bit, intrigued to see how that goes. I didn't get read a single one. Whereas when this drops in January of 2026, you're going to be able to pause it on streaming and be able to read all the rules yourself, which I would like to do because this just flash forwarded. So overall, I would give this a 3 stars. But am I going to say to you guys, rush out to the cinema and go watch this? Well, if you absolutely truly love anime and love supporting on the big screen more so than streaming, then yes. But as a JJK fan, do you really need to? That is debatable. But thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. And in the meantime, you can check out these videos of mine of other anime reviews. And I'll see you in the next one.